Bruce Lee used to train moves that look almost like physics in motion. But here's the question that matters: can Bruce Lee punching techniques developed in the 1960s and 1970s still work in real fights today against modern fighters' rules and strategies? In this video I'll break down the truth, what still works, what needs updating, and exactly how you can train these techniques to be effective in a real chaotic fight. Introduction: why this matters. Bruce Lee is a myth and a method all at once. He wasn't only a film star, he was an intellectual of combat who stripped down techniques to their functional core. His punches were never about fancy choreography. They were about minimizing movement, maximizing speed, and using angles and timing to create openings. For millions, Bruce Lee represents the ideal of efficient, devastating striking. But modern fighting, especially MMA and professional boxing, has evolved with new training methods, scientific approaches to conditioning, and rule sets that change what's possible inside the ring or on the street. This means we have to be precise when asking whether Lee punches work. In this video we will examine the mechanics, evidence from modern fights, real limitations, and practical drills you can use to adapt and test these techniques in your own training. Bruce Lee punching principles, the core ideas. Bruce Lee approached striking with laser focus on certain principles: economy of motion, centerline control, explosive velocity, and adaptability. He emphasized speed over telegraphed power, hitting the target before the opponent could react. His straight punches, like his famed one-inch punch or rapid straight lead, weren't raw arm power. They were transfers of whole body force, timing, and precise targeting. He trained to shorten the distance, disrupt balance, and finish with follow-up strikes while the opponent was recovering. Lee also promoted the idea of intercepting attacks, what he called stopping an opponent attack with a counter that arrives first, a philosophical ancestor of modern interceptive strategies seen in MMA and boxing. The biomechanics behind Lee punches, why they can be effective. At a biomechanical level, Lee punches rely on generating force through kinetic linking. The legs, hips, torso, and shoulders work in sequence to accelerate the fist. When executed correctly, even a short-range punch can deliver significant impact because the body momentum is funneled efficiently. Speed is crucial because kinetic energy scales with the square of velocity. Small increases in speed produce outsized changes in delivered energy. Lee trained explosively to exploit this fact. He also emphasized targeting vulnerable points: chin, temple, nose, and soft tissue, where less force is needed to create maximum disruption. Finally, his use of angles and footwork created opportunities to exploit openings while minimizing the return fire. All these elements fit modern scientific understanding of effective striking. What modern fighters do.